In today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up NC Scale to WeWeb in 8 easy steps, so that way you can have logging and monitoring for your web applications. So the first thing that we have to do is obtain our Workspace ID from WeWeb. So we'll jump over to WeWeb. You can find your Workspace ID in your WeWeb Workspace up in the URL up here. So we're going to copy this, and then we're going to go over to NC Scale, click on Settings, Tools, and from here we're then going to click on Connect New Tool, click on WeWeb. We're going to add a name. We'll just call this Demo. We paste in our Workspace ID, keep monitoring checked, and then click Create Tool. You can see here it says activation could take up to 24 hours. It's been much quicker than that, but just have a note that if it's taking some time, give it up to 24 hours for this to go through. Once you submit this, you're going to receive an email back from NC Scale letting you know that the plugin has been added to your project. And so you're then going to go back over to your project, open the editor, and then from here you'll click on More, then click on Development, and then over under Plugins you're going to see NC Scale's Workspace, and then NC Scale with an Add button. So from here just click Add. You can then see it changes to the version. So we have V22, and then we can click on Plugins, and then you now see NC Scale under our plugins. And there's just one last step here where we have to connect our developer token. So we'll go back over to NC Scale, go back to our tool list. I already had requested my ID, so I'm just going to click in here and click on the gear icon. And at the bottom, toward the bottom left of the screen, you'll see Create First Token. Click on that, name this token, and then copy this. Make sure that this is stored somewhere safe. Make sure nobody else can see it. This is your specific token. I'm going to delete this before I post this video, so I'm not worried about it, but make sure nobody sees this token. This is something that you want to keep in a safe space. So you're going to copy this, create logs token. You'll see it down here. You can go back over into your project, and then under Setup Developer Token, just paste that token in. You're going to click Save, and now the integration is complete, and you can begin setting up workflows and actions to track your events, track your web application. We'll go to this form submit. I just have a basic form set up here. We're going to go to the on container, so on submit, and then this is normally where you can send data to like Xano or Supabase to the backend, really do anything. I want to show you that the NC Scale, send a log to NC Scale is now available. This becomes available once you add the plugin to your project. And so now that I have this set up here, I can test it. So we'll just do form submission. This is a form. You can define the message, the severity. This is just an info message, testing info form. And then you can also enrich this log with additional data from your, and you would just define the key, and then you can bind data to another part of your application. And this would just enrich what's being sent to Xano. And now that we have this set up, so on submit, anytime someone submits this, this is gonna trigger a notification or a log to NC Scale. So let's just test this. So click test. See how we have that green outline? That means it was successful. So we can go back over to our NC Scale project, and then we're just going to click on logs here. Today's the 19th, and then you can see I have, this is a form submission, NC Scale demo. I can click into it, event name, the message, and again, if I added more data here, I can track that here as well. And so just showing you one more example. So we could have one set up on error, send a file to NC Scale. Let's just say error form submission. There was an error. Now this time we want to say there was an error, or maybe this was critical. Error failed. And then let's just test this one. Again, we got that green, means it was successful. So we can go back over to NC Scale. Let's just refresh our canvas, and then there it is. We've got our severity error. We've got the message here. And the cool thing is you can set up custom notifications. You can have these events notify you in Slack or in your email, and you can track what's happening in real time on your application. And There's just, like I said, different alerts, logs. There's a lot that you can do in NC Scale to keep an eye on what's happening in your application from the front end in WeWeb as well as the back end in Xano. And so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. NC Scale is a wonderful product, and if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend giving them a look.